And welcome back to the Girly Girl Book Room. So today I have a weekly wrap up for you, and I got through 3 books this week. 3, which is really awesome because one book was really big, so I was not expecting to have 3 this week. So let's just get started. So Monday I had no work because it was Martin Luther King Day, so I was like, I'm going to read as much as possible. And I thought that there was a chance that I might be able to get through 2 books because the first book that I started, I was like, oh, I should finish this by noon because I had woken up early. And I was like, oh yeah, I could get through this. It took me all day, which surprised me because it's not that big of a book. And that was The Girl in the Arena by Lise Haines. I don't know, I'm sorry. Close up just in case you want to look this book up. This book is very tiny. Like, if you compare it to, like, any other, like, hold on. Like, sorry, I just happen to have one on the floor. Hardcover. Like, it's very, like, tiny compared to them. So I was like, oh, I should be able to fly through this. The font, I should fly through this. And I didn't. This book was very boring. It took me all day, like I said, and I gave this 2 stars. It's about this girl, and she is kind of living in, like, it's not, like, present time, because obviously we don't have gladiators still around, so maybe, like, in the future. There's, like, this thing where it's, like, gladiators, also known as, like, the Glade, is, like, in America. Like, we still, like, fight in the arena. And this girl, she is, like, the daughter of 7 gladiators because her mother has gotten remarried every single time that her husband has died. So she's considered, like, the daughter of 7 gladiators. And her 7th father is going into battle, and they are worried about him. And the dumb thing is, like, the book, like, the first 100 pages of this book is basically leading up to the battle. But, like, when you read the synopsis, so I feel like I'm not really spoiling you, because if you look it up, you're going to find out. He dies. And because right before she gives, before he goes into the arena, she gives him her dowry bracelet. The guy picks it up once he kills her, and because he's touched it, now the guy who killed her father, she now has to marry him. She doesn't want to marry him, so she decides that she wants to take him on in the arena. Like, basically, that's the entire book, and it's stupid because this entire synopsis tells you that. So it's, like, really dumb. So it basically spoils the entire book, so I feel like I just spoiled the book, but I technically didn't, because if you look this up, that's exactly what it's going to tell you. It was very boring. Like, I felt like nothing happened. Like, the first 100 pages is, like, the whole, like, leading up to the fight that, like, her father is going into. This is only 300 pages. So, like, nothing happened. The characters were kind of annoying. Mom was annoying. Things that happened made no sense. Like, how is the gladiator government better, like, not better, but, like, how come the real government isn't stepping in and being like, no, she doesn't have to marry this guy? Like, I don't understand that, like, the gladiator laws, like, are, like, better than the government laws. I don't understand. And then, to top it all off, try to see if I can find a page with a good example. So, there's no quotation marks in this book. You know a character is talking because you could see, like, these, like, lines. So that's how you know if someone's talking. But it doesn't, like, have a dash line when somebody stops talking. So, like, it could go in the middle of talking and go straight to an event. Like, oh, she said, like, Mom, you cleaned my room, said so-and-so, as I touched myself, and that sounded wrong. As I, like, put my hand through my hair, and then, Mom, you did this. Like, and it would just, like, start back into a conversation. You're like, what just happened? So, like, because there's no quotation marks, there was no flow to the story. Nothing happened. Very boring. Do not go get this. You might like it, actually, but I don't. No, not my cup of tea at all. Not what I was expecting. Then the next book I read, sorry, I just, like, completely just jumped topics, but that book just has been irritating me. The next book I read was Modelland by Tyra Banks. Big, fat book. Also got 2 stars, 2.5. almost 3, but not quite there. Tyra, what is with you? Half this book, I feel like she was like on drugs when she was writing this book. I felt like it, like I've never read Alice in Wonderland, but I feel like this was like Alice in Wonderland, like a big drug trip. Yet there's times where like it was like, what is going on? Why is this going on? This is like really weird. To oh my god, like Tyra has a good idea. Like the whole messages about girls accepting who they are. Like, yay, that part was good. Everything else was like, what happened? If you don't know about this book, it's about a girl named Tuki as she lives in this world where everybody wants to go to Modelland and once a year on like this D-Day thing. It's not what it's called, but like girls from every country get to like try out and try to make it to Modelland to become one of the like 7, like the top 7 models. Like each graduating class from Modelland, there's the top 7. Like there's these 7 girls that get to be like the elite, like people. Intoxibellas. Yeah, they want to become Intoxibellas. They go in starting as Bellas. And Tuki is like this girl who no one cares about. She's a forget a girl because everybody doesn't know that she exists. People will walk all over her, but they actually don't walk all over her because it's like she's not even there. And her family basically hates her. And she ends up getting chosen to go to this Modelland, and a bunch of other girls that don't feel like they should be like in Modelland because like Tuki's got 2 different color eyes, and like 5 head, or just they call her 6 head. I can't remember that her forehead's too big. And the other girls, there's different things about them that make them unique too, compared to the girls that are usually picked for Modelland. But then there's this whole like, oh my god, why are we even here? Because they were like, maybe we're like supposed to be sacrifices because there's a rumor going around that they like pick 4 girls for sacrifices. And it's just like so much is going on, and I really just don't even know. Like there's supposed to be a sequel to this, and I pray to God Tyra changes her mind because I can't read another book. I will probably read it if it comes out just because I have to know. But just like craziness, like models that get turned into cats, and Tuki is like her first kiss. Oh my god, the weirdest thing ever. She's obsessed with whipped cream, so she'll just like eat whipped cream all the time. Weird. Like this book is weird. Then yesterday, which is Friday, which is why I didn't film this yesterday. Sorry, this is getting really long. Was The Titan's Curse by Riordan. This is book 3 in the Percy Jackson series. Gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Just felt like it was missing something. Again, like with Sea of Monsters. But I think it was mostly because I was missing Annabeth and I needed her back in my life. So it was good. I have no problem with it, but I just missed Annabeth. And that's all I read this week. I hope you guys read some good books. Let me know what you read down below. Let me know what you plan on reading this weekend, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye, everyone.